Our story takes place in a mystical land called New Jersey, in the distant year of 2015. More specifically, we find ourselves in the little town of Carranza in South Jersey. While Carranza itself isn't particularly remarkable, it is home to a college called Wharton State University, and it sits on the edge of Wharton State Forest, part of the infamous New Jersey Pine Barrens. Today is Tuesday, October 13th, 2015. It is almost 9:30 a.m., and a new set of lectures is about to begin. Among them is the obscure elective, History 282, Modern Myths and Folklore, taught by Professor Lawrence Gordon. Hello everyone, and welcome to Season 4 of Roll for Distraction. My name is Alex Vigna, and I will be the Game Master for this season, which will be a campaign of Monster of the Week. Monster of the Week is a 2d6 rules light system based on the Powered by the Apocalypse rule set, inspired by monster hunting TV shows. Let me just get through some housekeeping notes at the top here before we get started. If you've been with us before, welcome back. This is going to be a lot different from our previous campaign since we're trying out a very different system from what we're used to. But I hope you'll stick around and come along on this ride with us. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for popping in. This is a show where each season we play a new TTRPG that none of us have played before, so fair warning, this is our first game of Monster of the Week. Please bear with us as we learn the game, get ready for a bunch of distractions, as the name of the show implies, and make sure you're subscribed and following so you can catch future episodes of this show, our other gaming content, updates on the game system that I'm working on, Big Adventure Game. It'll have a public beta sometime soon. We have previously played Dungeons & Dragons, Cyberpunk Red, and Lancer, so you can find all those episodes on this same YouTube channel or podcast account, as the case may be, that you're already listening to. If you've been with us before and you're looking at the screen, you'll notice that our friend Colin is missing. Don't worry, we didn't kick him out or anything. There's no big, dumb YouTuber drama. He's just going through a busy period in life, and the door is open for him to return whenever he wants to. We have another friend to fill his shoes, at least for this season, and they'll introduce themselves in a moment. And lastly, I've modified this game's default starting equipment list from the long list of weapons owned by a professional monster hunter to be more reflective of what a college student might realistically own. They'll probably still get a hold of weapons and stuff later. Don't worry about it. It'll be cool. So, we're going to begin the game on Tuesday, October 13th, 2015. Burp.
Was that in the script?
At about 9:30.
Did you just say burp?
Well, you know.
When you burped?
I wasn't going to call
he
it
wrote
out,
that into the
but
script.
what the hell was that?
Yes. Tuesday, October 13th, 2015, burp. At about 9:30 a.m. on the campus of the made-up Wharton State University in the made-up town of Carranza in South or South Central, if you want to be picky, New Jersey.
I will be.
See, this is why it's a debate. Quantum Central Jersey.
That's more
Schroeter's Central Jersey.
Our players are all enrolled in a class called History 282, Modern Myths and Folklore, taught by Professor Gordon. So I'm going to roll dice just to kind of randomly pick which one of you shows up to class first, and as you do that, you guys can introduce yourself and your character.
Did you purposefully name him after the guy from Saw?
No, I haven't actually seen the Saw movies.
Oh, he's in the first one. He's played by Carrie Elwes. So that's who I'm picturing teaching this class.
You can all picture Carrie Elwes as Professor Gordon then. Alright, so let me roll a d6, and I'm just going to look at the order that you guys happen to be in Discord right now. Gerard, you're first.
God fucking damn it, this happened last time too.
I think it did happen.
Am I going to be last again?
We'll see. Well, go ahead, buddy.
Alright. Well, alright. Hello, it's me once again, Gerard, coming at you live. My character's name is...
Coming at you live from this recording.
Coming at
From 2 weeks ago.
Live from the past.
Nah, I'm getting distracted. Shit. It's happening already.
Sorry, live from the
roll,
past,
man.
copy.
Gotta roll for that.
My character's name is Jasper McGillicuddy. He is the class The Flake, and growing up, he's always been an oddball, believing in strange conspiracy theories around the occult and the supernatural. And as he grew older, those obsessions became more intense, with them focusing more on demons, claiming that demons have infiltrated the highest orders of government and even with political figures and popular celebrities. And throughout Jasper's hometown, he gained the nickname Hex as a result of this, because of all of his madman ramblings and whatnot. And one night he had a dream of the school that he's attending now, and a vision of a demon infiltrating the school, which is what drew Hex to this school and to enroll in the school to further his obsession, basically. And yeah, that's
all
it.
right.
I love that.
Thank you.
Now I roll the dice
I came up with this today.
Alex, good news, you're not last.
Yeah! Hi, I'm the other Alex H. And this character, her full name is Isabel Ravenscroft, but she goes by Izzy. If that last name sounds familiar, points to you, put where you think it's from in the comments. My character class is the Expert, and Izzy is going to Wharton State University, majoring in animal sciences, but with a concentration in cryptozoology. She has always been a fan of cryptids, and the love started early. She loves horror movies, and while most of her horror-loving friends and family gravitated towards like the slashers and the more psycho thrillers, Izzy loved creature features. So Tremors, Arachnophobia, Godzilla, like all of those big ones. She loved those monsters. She began researching cryptids, and her 8th grade class actually took a trip to the Pine Barrens, where she believes she encountered the Jersey Devil. So that is why she absolutely loves cryptids and believes they are real, or at least have some truth to them. In her spare time, she has a blog and podcast about all the different cryptids from around the world. Some of her favorites are, of course, the Jersey Devil and Mothman, because who doesn't love Mothman?
Gotta love Mothman.
Exactly.
Mothman got that cake.
Uh-huh. And he's got a 6-pack, according to the statue in the town. She's really excited to be in this class. This is the one she's been looking forward to the entire year.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Dice. Yeah. Brian.
It's me. Hello.
Oh.
Starting over.
Hi, I'm Brian.
Hello, all. This is Brian here. I am playing as Alfonso Wolfgang Mackenzie this session. My nickname will be Mac again for Mackenzie.
Of course.
Every time.
Gotta keep it
Gotta
going.
be. I'm coming at you with the mundane character class, and coming at you as a local poor kid.
Okay.
My college major is in business, no current concentration, but I am minoring in music. I'm taking this course because I needed a history class, and I don't really know much about myths or folklore or anything. As a mundane human being, I grew up in a pretty normal home.
Like a human.
Like a human. Like a human. No introductory to the myths or mythological things in my life. It's just kind of been what it is with my life. I was a varsity swimmer. I was in the choir at school. I'm close to my family. I made Eagle Scout. Just pretty boring, mundane things. So I'm just here to see what there is in life because I needed a history class and the topic seemed interesting. Just wanted to see what I could learn.
All right, 2 of you left, doing odds and evens on the dice.
Oh, me. Hello, I'm Katie. Also known on the internet as Gifted Faker, which I'm pretty sure is how I'm being credited on this. Katie Gifted Faker, that's me. Hi.
That's what you told me to put.
That's
what I put.
good. I'm pretty sure that's what I told you to put. Great. I'm playing the Spooky, which is, fitting for me.
Yeah.
It really is. My character is a Tara Whitaker of the Montague, New Jersey Whitakers. She grew up on a large plot of land with her family. They kind of did a lot of work on the house, and her father was what's the word? Lumberjack. That's the word I'm looking for. Lumberjack. And they kind of
Wood cutty down man.
Wood cutty down man.
Contractor?
No, lumberjack. He's just a wood cutty down man.
Okay.
So she was homeschooled so that she could do a lot of chores around the house up until high school. She went to a regular high school and now is off in college. Yay! She's an art student. She likes to paint things, which I do too. Part of her family is also her grandmother, who is still alive, and a grandfather who has passed. Both of them would tell her stories constantly about the things that you do and do not do in the Appalachian Mountains, as she was raised deep in the woods. So she's very knowledgeable in some ways about creepy things that go bump in the night that you do not hear. You definitely do not hear things in the woods, which is why she took this class, because, well, it said folklore in the name, and she figured that was an easy A. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else that is super important right now. Unless you can tell me something that I forgot that I should say.
No, I think you're good.
Beautiful. That's it. That's me.
And Jorn.
Well, they just said my actual name, so my character's name is Oliver Hask.
That's right, everybody. That's right, audio listeners. His name is Jorn. Carry on.
Yep.
My name is Oliver Hask. The wrong.
No.
Big summer blowout.
Yeah, I'm John, character name Oliver Hask, class The Wronged, now that I've said that 3 times. My major is pre-med with a history minor. I'm local to the area. My backstory is that when I was 3, my best friend Sam was taken by something. I ran away because I didn't know what to do and I was terrified. I told the adults, but they thought she was just kidnapped and didn't believe me when I said it was a monster. It's haunted me for my whole life, and no amount of therapy has helped to deal with this. I went into pre-med because that's what my friend Sam wanted to do. She wanted to help people. So, to honor her memory, I do that. But I hold out hope that she can be found and saved. So I've spent my whole life training in weapons and martial arts and studying the occult. Yeah.
All right.
I chose this class because, more occult to study.
All right, very good. So, you guys show up to class this Tuesday morning. It's just you guys in this class at this point in the semester. There were a few people early on, but it was a small class to begin with, and some people dropped out. It is a super niche class. So.
Cowards.
And surprisingly, they still let this class run.
Yeah, 5 is the minimum, so nobody die.
Oh no!
And then they canceled the class forever.
promises.
One death is a TPK.
a total class kill. So yeah, you guys show up. The professor isn't there yet, so if anybody wants to have any banter, you may banter. But it's just you guys chilling in this classroom, 5 minutes early for class.
Banter.
Izzy's not really
Rabble,
one to
rabble.
talk to people, so she's just gonna kind of pull her hair in front of her glasses and just start making notes for her next podcast episode in her notebook.
Okay, I suppose if you're not
yeah.
bantering, what are you doing? How do you pass the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasper just kind of sitting in the corner, looking around hectically, twiddling his thumbs.
I'll say that I'm also kind of just looking around the room, not like as manically as Jasper, but after I see him in the corner freaking the hell out, I'm like, you good? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Wow, do I not look okay?
You look like you're coming down from a really bad trip.
No, that's just my natural facial expression. I get that a lot.
For the record, it's early October or mid-October, really. You guys know each other. You're at least a loose group of friends at this point.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, duh.
Okay,
This is
so
like
I wouldn't have asked that because he just always looks like this. Okay.
I mean, if he's particularly jumpy today, then but
I forgot this isn't like the first day of class. I apologize.
no, we're middle semester here,
Okay.
or like first third of it or so.
So where do you think the professor is?
I mean, he's always at least 10 minutes late.
He's got 10 more minutes,
You know,
and then
they
we
say-
get to leave legally.
Yeah,
I'm
30
pretty
minutes
sure.
later you get to leave.
I'm pretty sure that's a myth.
It's only 15.
It is not a myth.
What if
It
it's
is
a
not
legend?
a myth. I pulled that card in college.
Good luck with you. Good for you guys. I did not. I did not get to pull that.
If it was like a half an hour, yeah.
Oh,
half an
yeah,
hour.
look, but at that point, they weren't showing up.
Does anybody else think the professor looks like the guy from The Princess Bride?
No.
Let's keep that going.
Which guy?
No, I don't
from
see
The
it.
Princess Bride.
My name is
There's-
Inigo Montoya.
No, the other
Andre
one.
No, the other
Giant?
guy. No, the other guy.
No, the other guy.
Can he be Andre the
Dread
Giant?
Pirate
Just
Roberts.
have like an 8-foot tall professor.
Yes, he looks like the Dread
Wesley?
Pirate Roberts, right? Is it just me?
I can
Well, then who's
see
Inigo
it.
Montoya in our group here?
You can
The
be
lunch
Inigo.
man. The guy
What's
in...
A just a different professor, the dean of the history department.
Cafeteria guy?
Wait,
Oh,
the
it's
dean of
Cafeteria
the
Joe.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
There's a dean for the cafeteria.
No, I just said the guy in the
Where do I get that
cafeteria.
job?
I want that job.
I'm the dean of lunch.
The lunch dean.
You know what? That's who we can blame for the shitty food in this cafeteria at this school.
Speak of the professor, and he shall arrive. Sure enough, about 7.5 minutes late, Professor Gordon walks in looking suspiciously Dread Pirate Robertsy.
Apparently.
What's this guy's name? What the character we're comparing him to?
I got it.
I need a visual guide.
I'll put it in.
The guy from The Princess Bride. I
The
mean.
actor's name
well-
is Carrie Elways.
Well, I'm uncultured and haven't seen it, so.
What?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Even
I know, I'm a
I've
terrible
seen it, and I
person.
haven't
Yell at
seen
me.
most movies.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway.
Professor walks in. Says, "Morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm late. How are we doing today? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing the same I'm always doing.
What did we learn about today?
Well, aren't you a lively bunch? So we're gonna
I
take
can
a
sense
little
the sarcasm in your voice.
take a little deviation from our previous lessons. Do something I like to do in this class in October. Just it's not really the point of the class. It's a little too out there for what we like to talk about, but it's a local legend, and Halloween is coming up, so I like to do this lesson. Who's going to give me a guess of what we're talking about today?
Are we talking about the Jersey Devil?
Very good, bingo. Yes, our favorite hockey team.
Oh
Go
my
Devils.
god!
I'm not comfortable with this. I'm a church boy.
You entered the wrong class, my guy. It's been a couple weeks now.
Anyway, yes, in all seriousness, the team name is a riff on what we in the business call a cryptid, sort of mythological, typically animal-like being that some people do today believe is real.
Izzy's just sitting in the front row with eyes wide like a cat. Just.
It's right there with Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, or La Chupacabra. The Jersey Devil is described as this weird sort of mishmashed together chimera creature. It has a goat's head and horns. It has a bat or dragon-like leathery wings, short front claws in almost a T-Rex sort of way. It's got this thin tail and like a goat legs.
Yep.
It's a weird one.
It's
Even as
ugly is
cryptids
what
go,
it is.
it's a freaky one.
It's just ugly.
Doesn't it? Don't its eyes glow?
Yep.
Yeah, that is a frequent thing in the descriptions.
It's supposed to evoke images of the Christian devil, right?
But like real weird.
Yeah.
So,
It's also supposed to be like a child.
now's the part where I read my long paraphrased Wikipedia article.
Eek.
So, it may surprise you to learn that this wacky tale actually begins with a
Wacky.
real confirmed historical man, Daniel Leeds, in the early 1700s. Leeds was a Quaker who lived in what is today Leeds Point, New Jersey, which is not too far from here. It's down by Atlantic City. Daniel Leeds and later his son, who had a much cooler name, Titan Leeds,
Wow.
published almanacs, which is a word you probably remember from your mainstream history classes. It's basically an annual pamphlet containing weather predictions and such about the coming year. It was a guidebook
The
for farmers,
Farmer's
sort of.
Almanac is a very important thing.
I was gonna
Everyone
say,
should have
my-
one. Does not everyone
Yeah,
have
they're-
one of those?
My
it's
grandfather
wild.
gets one
Most people
every
don't.
year.
I don't think I've ever had an almanac.
What's wrong with you guys? God.
We have...
I don't know, man. I live in the future. What can I tell you?
For now.
Yeah, for now, until the event.
The event.
How vague and cryptic. Moving on.
So,
Holy shit.
does anyone remember, again from your mainstream history classes, who else was big in the almanac business in the 1700s?
Mr. Benjamin Franklin.
Bingo! I'd give you $100, but they don't pay me that well as a professor.
Well, I
Damn.
don't blame you.
Shots fired.
So you see, the Leeds gentlemen were way into astrology, and that didn't sit well with Leeds' fellow very Christian Quakers. They viewed it similarly to witchcraft and the like. They had him eventually publicly censored and accused him of working with the devil. He was sort of ostracized from his community. By the devil, I mean, the devil, not the Jersey Devil.
That didn't
So this sent
Not yet.
Leeds... Not yet, we're not there yet. This sent Leeds off the deep end. He got into all sorts of more occultism, and he eventually officially converted out of the Quaker faith altogether. Somehow still managed to join the mainstream Church of England at the time. And with the Leeds family living a bit isolated from their peers, Titan Leeds took over the family business and kept printing these almanacs, which were now viewed sort of as sacrilegious in the community. So, back to Ben Franklin. Franklin loved science, as we all know, and he had a deep personal beef with the Leeds family almanacs. And also, the Leedses were British loyalists, so, not buddies. So the name the Leeds Devil was first actually used by Benjamin Franklin to refer to Daniel Leeds. It was just an insult.
Like all witch hunts that started as a political smear campaign, or a way to seize someone's land.
Not an uncommon thing in those days. Ben Franklin, bit of a comedian, wrote an ironic astrological quote-unquote prediction of Titan's death in 1733, which of course didn't turn out to be true, but this pissed Titan off, to say the least.
Predict my death, will you?
So mad.
Franklin would often pretend that this prediction had come true and then would refer to Titan's future writings as having been written by his ghost.
Wow.
And Franklin did then go on to outlive Titan by several decades, so he gets the last laugh there. Now, this ghost story might have contributed to the modern legend, but the Leeds Devil nickname is probably more relevant. There's evidence to suggest an oral tradition of a monster lurking in the Pine Barrens that goes back to the 1700s, but this is where we get off the train of confirmable history, and we just have ourselves a fun little Halloween lesson. Sip of water.
Is that written in the script also?
Good acting. Yeah, good character.
Read stage direction.
Inspiration
Of
for
water.
you. You get an inspiration.
The teacher is always
That'll
thirsty.
come back to kill me.
Somewhere along the line, while the story was being preserved very unreliably, only orally, the tale became that, and this is where it gets very disconnected from the original Leedses, but one of Titan's brothers, whose name I don't have written down, but not important, his wife, Jane Leeds, so Titan's sister-in-law, gave birth to a child that would become the Jersey Devil.
Her 13th child.
Historical records show that the family wrote a will with 12 children. That is confirmable, and the story goes that the Jersey Devil was their 13th child. Supposedly Jane was pretty upset about being pregnant for a 13th time.
You know what? Fair.
Fair. That is
Fair
fair.
enough.
Right?
From the two ladies in the class, fair.
I'd be upset at 5.
And while pregnant, she there's claims that she shouted and cursed that the child was of the devil, quote unquote.
Oops.
Then the story goes that the baby was born normally, but very quickly mutated into this weird chimera thing that we know from the modern legends. Injured some of the people in the house, and then ran up the chimney and off into the woods like a freaky reverse Santa.
Like Krampus.
Yeah, but like, it leaves. Anyway, some versions of the story also claim that Jane was into witchcraft, but that sort of thing probably comes from, the old beef with Ben Franklin and the Quakers.
Or, cooking. Just really doing anything. They thought you were a witch.
Yeah.
Breathing.
Now-
They thought you were a witch.
Making beer, soup,
Oh God, witchcraft.
being able to read.
Oh God,
swim.
witchcraft.
Now, supposedly, from here, the creature goes on to stalk the Pine Barrens, the entire forested region of southern New Jersey, as a pretty obscure local myth for around 200 years almost, a little less. Every now and then there was a story of it screeching at some campers or hikers, or it would be blamed for the death of some livestock that, may very well have been wolves or bears or whatever. Before entering again the popular zeitgeist in 1909. In the space of 1 week, from January 16th to the 23rd, 1909, the Jersey Devil was allegedly sighted dozens of times across South Jersey and even a little bit over into Pennsylvania. It was all over the newspapers at the time, and the Philadelphia Zoo actually put out a $10,000 bounty for the creature in 1909 dollars.
Dang.
What's that
Shit
now
ton of money.
dollars?
I'm not an economics.
Oh my
professor.
god, that's a lot. Let me look that. Let me do some quick math.
Yeah, can we get a quick conversion on that?
quick-
1909,
quick math,
$10,000 to 2015. We don't need to go all the way, just to the year that is in the game.
That would be $338,100.
Dang.
A
That's a lot of
zoo
money.
had that?
I mean, the Philadelphia Zoo is pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean, the Philadelphia Zoo is actually, it's pretty big. But anyway, and also they probably didn't believe it was real. They may have just put it out as like a publicity thing. But anywho, so after this week of what may have just been mass hysteria and a lot of hoaxes, the sightings calmed down quite a bit. But the Jersey Devil since then has been a household name in the tri-state area. Everyone knows the story, or at least of the creature. There were a handful of supposed sightings throughout the first half of the 20th century, but it's been a bit quieter since then, with most other sightings being provable hoaxes or having no evidence to go on. Then in 1982, it became the name of our local hockey team, though funnily enough, the mascot looks more like traditional depictions of your red humanoid devil with the pitchfork and such than the freaky bat monster.
Put that up against
Any
Gritty.
questions?
Will this be on the test?
I thought this was just for the funsies of Halloween. Is this going to be on a test? I thought this wasn't actually the stuff we were learning.
I mean, this is folklore.
That
I
is
might
fair.
put
That
like a
is
little
fair.
extra credit.
Extra credit.
A little extra
Whoa,
credit
extra
question for you guys.
Me lighting up the professor after he makes a flub. Just get him!
Just a little bit of extra credit.
There's only 5 of us. We can do
I'm real
this
quiet.
shit.
College professors are
Anyway,
usually
other than that,
cooler
any
sometimes.
questions?
No.
What'd you just say?
College professors are usually cooler beings sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're either really cool or
Being
really
university, yeah.
uncool.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Anywho, so any questions for the professor about the Jersey Devil lesson, or just for the professor in general?
Is the Jersey Devil known to kidnap children?
That's not typically how
Very
it's
specific
characterized.
question to
I'm
ask.
sure if you go into the oral traditions, you can
That's what I
find a
was
story
taught
like
growing
that
up.
somewhere.
I'm not kidding. That's exactly like I was taught that growing up.
That it just
What, that
snatches
it
ya?
kidnaps people?
Yeah.
It's fine. Most of the things that I read about was that it's just kind of a vicious killer. Like
It's just mauls
allegedly.
people. Yeah, like
Yeah,
No prisoners.
Kind of a no prisoner. It's very animalistic.
it's like a
and
mountain
monstrous is
lion
how
that
it's
could
described.
fly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
I
right.
just-
It's,
I
yeah,
just
it's just
remember
like,
in
it's a
grade
bear that
school-
can fly. What do you want? Like,
In grade school, I actually did have a lesson on the Jersey Devil.
We all
Ayo.
did.
that's pretty dope.
I didn't remember the almanac part. I did remember the Jane leads.
Yes. Same
Yeah.
So
the James
other
part
than
is what I
his,
know.
So I don't. Oh, Colin's typing.
Colin's making a cameo appearance in our Discord chat.
He just goes, "Oh, I know this one."
Shush, you're off the show, says the GM.
Yeah, get out of here,
It's a little
Colin.
behind the scenes for you.
All right.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Finish
and
question.
this is in character. If you guys wouldn't mind, I'm pretty sure I saw the Jersey Devil when I was in 8th grade. I don't think I've ever told you guys that before.
I turn
the
around.
professor kind of raises his eyebrow at that, and he's like, "Well, if you want to share, go ahead."
Yeah, we were out on a camping trip in the Pine Barrens, and they were saying it was supposed to be like some weird bonding thing, but none of us really cared. but it was like 2 a.m. and I heard something outside. To be honest, I was kind of hoping that's what it was. And
Why would you
all I
hope
could
to see anything in the woods? Why would that be a hope of yours?
I like
Continue.
I would
cryptids,
hope it's like a deer.
That's not.
And I was also safe in a cabin, so it couldn't come get me.
You, you think
You
that?
think doors are enough?
Yeah. Continue.
But
Your
they
story-
were
The
Lunacy?
professor says, in fairness, actually, most of the stories, you know, it's stuff that's outside, or it's going for livestock that's outside. So being indoors, probably okay. Carry on.
But there was enough light, like, off the cabins that I could see something in the trees, and it was upright, and it sounded like it was walking, and it sounded like it only had 2 legs, and it definitely was not a person, and I could hear, like, wings flapping, and it was gone. But I did see it move, I did hear it, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And that's why I like cryptids, because I want to learn more about them.
Oh, sorry, that was me during my Halloween costume.
All right.
I was gonna say a barn owl.
Anyway, yeah, slightly personal experience with Mr. Jersey Devil himself.
Mr. Devil.
Yes.
Mr. Devil is my father.
My real name is Anthiax.
The Destroyer.
Most people call me
Brian.
Destroy.
Brian, you had a question before I cut you off.
So they call it the Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
What similarities does it have to Christianity in that? I know you talked about it a little bit, but like
Sure.
anything to do with hell or...
So
afterlife.
as I said, the general reason for the name comes from the fact that Jane. The story goes that when Jane Leeds was pregnant with that 13th child, that she's claimed that the child was of the devil, because she was upset about her situation. And then of course it has horns. It has horns and some
She
goat-like
cheated
features.
on her husband with
Yeah.
the devil. I can't believe it.
You know,
So it,
maybe. But the term devil is used broadly here. It's more like the Jersey Demon. It's not like the top guy, you know.
it'd be like if Lucifer had a son with a horse and a bat and a chicken.
Where the fuck did the chicken
That's a lot
come
of
in?
things for Lucifer
Yeah,
to fuck.
I don't know how many
the
times.
feet.
Like,
Where did the
That's-
chicken come from?
No, the feet are goat feet.
Yeah.
Or are they? I
It does
can't really
look like a
tell.
It,
chicken.
it has
Oh.
short little front hands that are kind of
Oh.
T-Rexy.
I was
Yeah,
looking at
they
the
can't do
tail. The
anything.
tail with the 3. I thought that was a foot.
No, that's just like a thin little wispy sort of devil tail, you know.
Gotcha.
pronged tail.
Have you ever seen it, Professor?
No, not much of a camper myself.
Do you
so,
want to see
Professor,
it?
I have a question.
do you want to? Yes, Gerard.
How good at fiddle is this creature?
Well, considering the length of its arms, probably not very good.
He's more of a keyboard player.
No, that would also be really hard with short arms.
What instrument could it play with its short arms?
The trumpet.
Could it play the trumpet? Because its
No.
neck looks
It would-
really
I
far
don't think it
from
could
its
get its hands
arm.
up to his...
The
yeah,
chimes.
Yeah, its mouth too.
You can play the
No,
definitely not
triangle.
He
trombone,
plays the
let me tell you.
triangle.
The triangle,
The
yes.
triangle.
The triangle.
Yeah.
Or like
Can
the
you just
big
imagine that little
circle.
thing in the woods just going ting?
Or
Fries
just
are done.
ripping
You
it
have to
on an
get into a
accordion. Just
That one of those small accordions.
Concertina.
Thumb
That you
piano.
give
Yes,
to a
a
child.
No,
concert.
it's a wind whistle.
I only know that because it was a clue on Jeopardy the other day.
I remember that because I know someone who can play a concertina. Poorly. They're learning.
Oh,
I would
don't
hope
call
so.
him out
All
like that,
right.
John.
So unless anybody has any more pressing questions, I think we can move on from the scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. He can play the kazoo.
No,
He
I
can't
don't.
reach his
No, because he
face.
can't hold it. He can't. Well, I guess if you just put it in
Well,
your
he can
mouth.
pick it up with his
Exactly.
mouth.
I don't know
Pick it
if
up with
his
his
lips can move into a whistle around the
All right,
kazoo.
that's enough of the.
Does he
We'll
have
find
those?
out what instruments he can play. Like
Because they're
episode
all
7.
important questions.
I don't think so. I don't think a goat can whistle.
You just see
They just
you just
scream.
see Jasper. You just see Jasper
spit.
frantically writing in his notebook.
Goats can whistle.
Instruments can play.
Fiddle,
Kazoo
no, too
circled.
short.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Trombone, definitely not. If that's that, the end of class rolls around. It's about 11:30. Your guys' typical routine on these days is to, because none of you have class immediately, but you all have at least one class in the afternoon thereafter. You tend to hang out in the student center and then have your lunch together.
I have a side job where I lifeguard.
It's
In
October.
October?
Well, good for you.
I need you around for this scene. You say you have off on Tuesdays because you have classes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the school has a pool in the gym. Anyway, you go over to the student center, find yourselves a table, and it's a little early. Some of you grab lunch right away, some of you maybe don't. What's everybody get for lunch? This is an important question, I guess.
Tacos and ice cream.
Okay.
Grilled cheese with ham.
Since I don't live on campus, I packed my lunch because I don't have a meal plan. So I have a turkey and cheese sandwich with some Cheetos and a Baja Blast.
Okay.
A lot of rice, broccoli, steamed chicken, and other mixed vegetables.
Gerard?
Some roast beef, a chicken, a pizza.
One of everything.
Chicken
You act like your
nugget.
guy wouldn't eat 2 Red Bulls and a cigarette for lunch.
That's an option. They sell that here?
It's 2015. It's fine.
It's the student special.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you didn't see it on the menu? It's on the secret menu. You gotta ask for it. You gotta knock 3 times on the counter.
Yeah.
I've only
he
knocked
doesn't, he
4
doesn't talk
times,
to the lunch ladies. He goes and talks to like the short order, the line cook in the
He
back.
talks to the dean of lunch.
Yeah, there you go. Oh boy. So anyway, as you're having your lunch, perhaps working on other homework assignments or some such, you're sitting there, conversing. Perhaps you guys want to find out from each other who, if anyone, actually thinks the Jersey Devil is real besides Izzy.
I haven't seen the devil, but I've seen another entity, so I have no reason to believe it's not.
Fair. Believe in one, you gotta believe in them all, right?
Well, not necessarily, but it's
What did you see? What's your story?
I guess I've known all of you long enough. I don't tell a lot of people this.
Oh my god, are we becoming best friends?
Did we
No.
just become best friends?
No.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Yep.
My best friend when I was a child was was taken by something. I don't know how to process it. I don't really remember what it looked like. I just know something that wasn't human took her. And no one believed me.
It wasn't playing the kazoo, was it?
No, there was no kazoo.
Damn.
And you
Shouldn't you be like, it was the government? Like,
I won't pry if you don't want to talk about it, but what do you think it was? What did it kind of look like if it wasn't human?
I don't really remember what it looked like. I'm sure at some point later in the season, a little bit of therapy will unlock that when we know what our final monster is. Perhaps. Or a creature we have to deal with is.
goodbye, everyone. Remember, you all have therapy.
Not to take away from any of your guys' experience, and if you see what you saw, I totally respect that.
I just think you're
don't know.
crazy.
I don't believe in any of that stuff. I mean, I'm not really religious, but I went to church, so when I was growing up, and I don't know, I've never seen anything out of the ordinary. I feel like
have you ever
everything has
read the whole
explanation.
Bible? Like the parts they took out? Now I'm a conspiracy nut.
No, I'm not much of a conspiracy guy. I don't believe in
It's
the
like 3 times as
UFOs.
big as it should be.
But the thing is, you grew up with that. I grew up with folklore. My grandparents told me all these stories. I know about the Jersey Devil. I know about all these things that hide in the woods. I could call what you believe in conspiracy theory.
No, I just went. I didn't say I believed in it.
Fair.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotta believe in something, right? I believe in nothing. Boom.
That's
Wow,
not...
the nihilist of the group.
Well, this is a fun lunch.
Trauma dumping! That's a sign of
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver trauma dumping on us during lunch.
You
Trying to
asked!
smoke my cigarette. Just trying to drink my Red Bull, smoke my
He's trying
cigarette,
to drink
and
his
pee.
cigarette and smoke his Red Bull.
I believe in Appa.
Yip yip.
Can't make it through a fucking episode without an Avatar reference.
No.
I got Ellie.
Even
I
on the
gotta
new
throw
show.
it in every once in a while.
It's every time.
You're welcome.
Anyway, about an hour and a half goes by. You guys are getting packed up, ready to go up and move on to your next set of classes, which you don't have together. And as you're walking out of the student center, you notice that something seems off. The crowd of students, which usually just sort of has no pattern of movement to them in the middle of the day when, everybody's here already. A lot of them are sort of making their way toward the parking lot. There's like way more people leaving than there should be.
That's suspicious.
Why is everybody going home?
Don't be suspicious.
That's
Don't be
suspicious.
I just start sort of
It's a Tuesday.
looking around like...
Oh wait, is it
okay,
election? Oh wait, no, that's in November.
Yes, everybody's going to go vote.
Why is everyone moving around like this towards an exit? Is there something that I should be worried about?
Well, so if one of you wants to, this is now where we play a game.
I want
What?
to play a game.
What?
If one of you wants to like make essentially what is this game's closest thing to like what a perception or like an intuition type check would be, you can roll read a bad situation, which is you roll plus sharp. It's 2d6 plus your sharp stats. So does anyone in particular want to do that?
I'm
want
good
to.
at that. I'm good at sharp.
Me too.
So just one of you. So you guys pick amongst yourselves.
I have a 2.
I also have a 2.
Eeny, meeny,
Shit.
miny, mo, touch a tiger by the Alex. Go.
Okay.
All right, 2d6 plus your sharp.
6.
That's with your sharp added in.
Yeah, I got 2, 2, and 2.
Well, you are not helpful here, but you can mark one experience on your character sheet.
Cool.
It's in the
Can
bottom
I
left
roll?
of your first page. Gerard was the other person who wanted to, so why don't we let Gerard?
Hiya. That's a 9.
Okay, so you can, on the, under Read a Bad Situation, there's a list of questions there. You can ask me one of the following questions. If none of those feel quite right, you can maybe ask me a different question. I think it's a pretty short list, personally. But
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
So you believe, based on what you're observing, that there's not likely any sort of immediate danger. If there were like a fire or something, you think people would be like running away from campus. But they're just sort of walking to the parking lot, which makes you think that whatever's happening is happening in or around the parking lot, and then perhaps people are going to check something out.
I'll grab somebody and be like, what's going on?
Yeah. So
Like, don't touch
a
me.
fellow. Yeah, a fellow student walking by
Don't
is like,
touch
I don't go, you tell me what's... I go, hey, do you have any idea what's going on?
if a fellow student walking by is like, I don't know. So that one of my friends texted me. They said there's like a bunch of cops and an ambulance in the parking lot. I don't really know what's going on. I was just going to take a look.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Shampoo maker.
Guys, you want to go?
Yes.
You walk your way over to the parking lot, or one of the parking lots, the one in question, which sort of backs up to the woods, sort of at like where the sidewalk turns into asphalt, where you would actually walk out into the parking lot. There's like 3 cop cars there and some officers with like caution tape up, so no one can get into the parking lot at all right now. And then a few cars deep, you see 2 more cop cars and an ambulance. You guys sort of worm your way to the front of the crowd that's sort of gathered there, watching whatever's going on and also just waiting to be let in. The officers are just sort of standing there sternly, not really answering anyone's questions, just asking for patience.
You said there was an ambulance?
There is an ambulance.
Like, could I say my car is in this parking lot?
You could say that.
Could I set off the alarm on my car?
Wheel, wheel, wheel.
If you want to. I don't know how. What do you want to have happen?
I
if
want
that
to try
happens?
and get into the parking lot and get a closer look. So I want to perhaps be like, yeah, I can't shut it off from here. I'm having trouble with it. I got to take it into the shop. Do you want me to go shut it off? I'll just be a minute.
Okay. That would be a manipulate someone roll.
Okay.
If you have to talk to the cops, that would be a roll plus charm.
All right. Well, I got a 0 for that, but let me give it a go.
You never know.
7.
So yeah, you trigger the panic button on your keys. and you walk up to one of the officers. You say, "Hey, that's my car. Can I go turn that off?" And he looks back and forth at his fellow officers and
shrugs
says,
all around.
He's like, "All right, kid, I'm walking with you though. Come on." And
All right.
he lifts up the tape a little bit. It's just you by yourself now. You walk out there with this officer. As you're going to your car and just starting it and stopping it again, you get a better look sort of at an angle around the ambulance, and they are loading a body into it. You don't know if they're alive or not. They're not moving.
Human body?
A person,
Okay.
a human.
Is the face covered?
The face is obscured from the angle that
Okay.
Oliver is at, by the door of the ambulance, the back door of the ambulance.
So we can't tell if it's a student or a professor or...
Oh, I meant if the sheet was covering its face, because usually
Yeah,
they'll do
if
that
they're
with
covered,
a
they're
dead body.
Generally.
Yeah,
But
you can't tell that from here.
Okay.
Or maybe they will cover them. If you want to get any more information than that, other than that they are putting away a body who is either unconscious or dead because they're not moving, you could do a roll again for read a bad situation.
What about investigate a mystery?
Or investigate a mystery. Either way, it's plus sharp, but
that's my worst stat. I can is there a negative for trying?
generally, if you get a 6 or under, either just nothing happens, or depending on the situation, there will be a consequence. It's like a failing a roll in most systems,
Okay. Also, because I rolled the 7, should I check off a check on this experience, or?
No, that's only if you fail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you fail, you get experience. That's how the game works.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, then let me give it a go.
Okay. Yeah. It's to encourage you. So yeah, roll investigate a mystery, roll plus sharp.
8. I'm sorry, 7. Because I have a minus
Okay,
1.
still. So you can ask me one of the questions under investigate a mystery.
What sort of creature is it?
What sort of? Well,
I guess-
the only
I guess
creatures over there are. It's
a
just people
human.
over
I
there,
guess
so
I
they're a
can't.
different question, please.
Then what happened here? I guess I don't really learn anything if I were to.
What happened here? Okay. You get a glimpse of just the officers shuffling back and forth. You get a brief good look at the side of the person. They've got a pretty big gash on their arm that you can see, and what little that you can see of their shirt is torn as well. They're male by your guess. Yeah, that's about that. They're probably dead, given by the amount of blood you're looking at.
Okay, I'm a pre-med,
Holy
so I would know
shit.
that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I might have a good idea
Yeah,
of
you're
what
looking
amount
at the
leaking
volume of blood that has exited out of their arm, and you're like, odds are low for this guy.
He's not having a good day. Okay, so I'll let the alarm go down. Be like, all right, finally, I got it. I'm sorry about that to the officer. And then,
And the officer is like, all right, come on, let's go, let's get out of here, let them work.
Can I use telepathy to read the mind of the closest cop to the body? To find out if I can get a name?
Let me look at
Oh,
how your
yeah.
telepathy works.
It looks like I just roll.
Remember, no one knows you can do this. Hang on.
From what it looks like, I just
Why
roll
telepathy?
as if I'm rolling sharp, but I don't have to speak to do it. I could just do it in my brain.
Yeah, you roll to investigate mystery or read a bad situation, but you don't have to actually talk, or you can do manipulate someone also.
Yeah.
Sort of as Oliver is doing this, as he's getting his closer look, you sort of focus in on one of the officers or one of the EMTs or whoever's over there.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, great. Do you want
God.
Shit.
investigate a mystery or read a bad situation? Because you have to pick one of the lists.
Probably investigate a mystery just to get more information.
Okay. So on a 10 plus, hold 2. So you asked me 2 questions.
for investigate a mystery, it looks like there's a 12 plus.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
You may ask me any question.
Oh, beautiful. Can I just?
I might not have an answer, or the
That's
guard
fair.
or the officer might not have an answer, but
I just want to see
you
if I
ask
can.
me any question.
What's the name of the person who died?
They don't know yet. He is a male in his either late 30s or early 40s. Most likely a staff member, not a student.
Oh my
Oh,
god, is it our
no.
professor?
Uh-oh.
Not Mr.
Reading their thoughts, would I see their thoughts? Like, could I see the vision of?
No, you're not. You're not
okay.
warging.
All right, I'm sure. Okay.
You're not Bran.
But also you get 2 questions anyway because you roll a 10 plus. So you can ask me a second question if you want.
To the best of their knowledge, how did they die? Or like, what did they see to guess how they died?
Some sort of mauling.
Like it's clearly animal mauling instead of like a human attack kind of thing.
Yeah, the cuts are too rough to have been like a sword or something like that.
Why'd you go to sword first?
Well, yeah.
Like the least
what else
likely
is
thing
sharp enough to cut a guy up?
Knife, axe, things.
Well, you know, not an edged tool, but
Okay.
like a rough claw type situation, most likely.
That's rough,
Okay.
buddy.
I'll just start saying that out loud to the group.
When I get
Teacher.
when I get back, I'll be like, okay, so it looks like.
So
somebody's
yeah,
dead.
you guys kind of then back away from the scene. A couple of moments go by. They eventually, they pack up. They drive off. People are allowed to access the parking lot again. And then as you guys are walking to your next set of classes, you can have this discussion. Go.
You first.
I was gonna say it's a teacher, most likely, or at least staff. It's like probably in his late 30s, early 40s-ish. Animal attack.
Do you think it was Professor Gordon?
Now, important that other people are going to be like, wait, how the fuck do you know that?
I was gonna be like,
They haven't said that yet.
no, I'll say that because it's
Wait,
like,
how the
No,
fuck
okay,
do you know
I'm
that?
just saying, like, that's the thought that has to come into all your heads.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that there were clearly large gashes on the arm and chest, but I'm wondering how you know that.
I know things.
I have really good eyesight.
So my
Where did you
character
hear
has
that
the
from?
ability suspicious mind. If someone lies to you, you know it.
Oh shit!
I'm not lying if I just say I know things. I'm just stating facts that I know.
drink and I know things.
You are withholding though.
Oh, do
I'll
Delilah,
say-
my omission count.
Right. We'll say that because Gerard went out of his way to take that specific feature,
Fair.
he's sus of you. Jaspers is sus of Atera.
I just stare.
I
I
stare
just
back.
squint. I squint
back.
disapprovingly.
Jasper, what are you squinting at? What's up?
What are you
no.
doing?
Nothing. I thought I just saw something on her face.
Damn,
mistaken.
okay.
Probably paint.
That was rude.
I got paint all in my hair. It's fine.
Yeah, no,
All right.
Okay, so however you know that, it's corroborating what I saw, that this person was mauled by probably an animal. Could be a bear, could be... That's really about it down here. There's nothing... There's
But is
no
a
mountain
bear
lions
really
down
going to
here.
come onto a college campus?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They, without
110%.
getting into specifics, they were
Yep.
on the campus that Katie and I went to college all the time.
They lived on that campus, because I know where you guys went to
Basically.
school.
It was a different it was a different state, but my elementary school we couldn't have indoor recess we had to have indoor recess for 3 days because a mama fox made her home on the playground.
Well, that's much cuter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be honest, a fox does not worry me. I can kick a fox. A pack of coyotes or a bear is another problem.
The fox might have been rabid. That was
Oh,
the
okay,
problem.
that's
They didn't want to
different.
sneer it.
I got my
What
shots.
did he say?
Nothing.
Thank you.
Anyway, back to it. You know what you know now. Carry on.
So after class, do we want to investigate this further? We can go to the lot and check for any evidence ourselves.
Yeah.
Why?
Sure.
What do you mean, why?
Why is it our problem to look at?
It's not our problem.
Because
I'm
we're in the
interested.
folklore class.
You gotta go to work.
Brian here just doesn't want to
You,
play the game.
you certainly could go to work. You could easily
Because you're
tell
the
us
main
no.
character, Brian.
Brian is role-playing the voice of reason, and the rest of us are
Yeah, and everyone
role-playing a
knows-
variety of skeptics and conspiracy
The
theorists.
voice of reason dies first.
You're gonna go, Brian, because of peer pressure.
Yes.
So anyway, do we want to do that? Do you guys agree that okay, you're gonna go to your afternoon lectures, and then after that you'll
No,
meet
skip
up?
it.
Yeah, I
in the
gotta go.
parking
I gotta
lot,
go
and then-
dissect a cat, and then I'll be back.
Yeah, whatever you got to do for your various
Ew.
non-history classes.
Ew.
Yeah, I got work.
That's medicine,
I'm
baby.
gonna go paint.
Yeah, or maybe you do your lifeguard duty for the afternoon shift
Yeah.
instead of you having a class on Tuesdays.
I got to lifeguard when the swim team is there, so I get to do homework.
Yeah, they're not drowning; they're the swim team.
Exactly.
Yeah, they know what to do.
So a couple hours later, we'll say it's
2 hours later.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're basically getting ready to go home anyway. So you go out, you meet up out in the parking lot, go over to the sort of corner where the ambulance was parked earlier. At a quick glance, other than general, like a little bit of skid mark left behind, there's really no sign that much went on here. But it does back right up to the woods, and there's a bunch of cars parked here. So yeah, if somebody wants to do some investigating or some such.
I'll investigate a mystery. I guess.
Yeah.
That's another 9.
Can I help out? Like, use that?
Yeah, go ahead and
Guidance.
roll plus cool to help out, John.
10.
10. Okay, so add 1 to whatever you had there, Gerard.
I also have a 10 now.
Okay, so 10 plus is 2 questions on investigate a mystery.
Ah, shit. Okay. I guess I'll just go with what sort of creature is it?
Okay, so you take a couple steps into the woods. You're about 10, 15 feet in. It's hard to say anything about any kind of footprint. It's fall, there's leaves.
Hooves, a goat face,
It's
some
pretty
wings.
obscured. Yeah, oh look, there he is, right there.
Oh my god!
No, but you do notice what you think could be a claw mark on a tree. Hard to say. It could be old.
Photographs. Taking a picture with my phone. Evidence.
Sure. Grab a snap with your phone of the scratch on the tree, and then also you notice something that wouldn't be as consistent with what you know of the Jersey Devil. Some sort of like mucus on a low-hanging tree branch. Is one of the leaves just it catches the moonlight or the light from the lights in the parking lot. And you're like, why is this leaf?
If it's October, it wouldn't be dark yet at 6, but...
Okay, it's 6:30. What? I don't know. It's
Daylight
dark.
savings
It's
time
the
2
old-
weeks ago. Come on.
Shush. It's dark. It's dark time. It's dark o'clock.
Okay.
It's dark
Dark
o'clock.
o'clock.
It's 8:30.
Okay.
But yeah, the lights are on at the parking lot is the point, and you see one of these leaves that's hanging. It's probably like 6.5 feet over the ground. You can easily reach it with your hand, and it catches your eye because it has this sort of shine to it. You touch it, and it's got this thin film of mucus to it.
I sniff it.
I'm glad he didn't
It doesn't
lick
have
it.
much of a smell to it. Just sort of a bit musty, perhaps, but no strong odor to it. And it's
I
not
put
like
it between
burning
my-
your hand. It's not like alien sweat or anything.
I put
you know?
it between my fingers and pinch it like.
Izzy, do you still have a baggie
it-
from your lunch?
Yeah, here.
We should maybe
I pull it out
keep
of
this
my
as a
backpack.
sample.
Evidence bag. You take the leaf and put it in the bag with the goo.
The goo.
The goo.
I can try and test this in the lab.
I lick
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can take it to a science lab or something.
I
And
get
then
one more
that's your one
don't I?
question. Yes, is what sort of creature. You get that information. There was a claw mark and there's some mucus involved.
I lick the mucus.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna say you don't.
It's already.
stop him.
It's
Don't
already in
do
the
that.
bag.
I just said it 4 times. I just wanted somebody to hear me is all. alright?
We heard you.
Stop. Stop licking every bloody thing. My second question is, where did it go, Cotton Eye Joe?
Okay. You standing from where you noticed that leaf with the mucus on it, you kind of follow your eye line up, and
I just looked up in real life.
hey, I'm glad you're immersed, buddy.
Follows directions.
You follow the line up at like a 30-degree angle. You look through a sort of a gap in the canopy that you think is probably new. So it's like some branches snapped off. You think maybe whatever this was flew
It
up
flew.
through these trees, and then stayed low after that. But
Guys,
That's
I was
troubling.
thinking it was like
Yeah.
a bear, a wolf, or something. What do you mean flew?
Wolf.
yeah, you call
think
so
wolves can fly.
Jasper calls everybody over. And he's like, "Look at that! Look at this pathway. Like, what do you think of that?"
do you think this is the Jersey Devil?
Oh, it's
I
not
mean-
real.
Mundane over magical. I'm hoping it's a bear, but it
bears
could
generally
be.
don't fly.
But they can climb trees.
Yeah, but not
They can't
burst
climb
through the
that
canopy.
high.
There's a lot of different animals in these woods. There could have been 2 different animals doing
Yeah,
different
but
things.
there's nothing.
But that hole is huge.
There's no.
We got eagles
But why
around
would
here.
it-
They're pretty big.
There's no flying creature that's going to cause that much damage to a person around here.
Maybe it was 2 different animals. I don't
Are you telling me that a bear
don't
and an
think
eagle
so.
teamed up to mug a guy?
know. The bear mugged somebody, and an eagle happened
Suppose
to
that it was
fly through the
carried by a
trees.
bird.
Are you telling me
African
that
or
the
European
bear is
swallow?
using an eagle for spotting?
What if you had 2 birds and you put it on a line?
Coconuts are tropical, swallows are temperate.
Fun fact, coconuts did migrate to the Caribbean on their
You
own.
suggested coconuts
They
migrate.
do.
They did.
They did actually do that on their own. But
They did.
So yeah, you guys have your discussion where this is on the table now. That perhaps
Where'd this table
this
come
cryptid
from?
is real. Oh. And
Oh no, it flew in.
you step back out of the woods into the parking lot, and basically you'll go home, and that'll be about where we call it. But I do want to ask, this game system, Monster of the Week, is intended to be very sort of player driven. What is your proposed course of action for next time? Like, what do you want to do? I know you have your sample. Maybe you want to analyze that.
yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
analyze that in a lab.
But what are potential other priorities of things that you would like to investigate or look around at?
I'd like to investigate this in the daylight. See
Okay.
if we can see anything else.
Talk to our professor about this and see what he says. He's the
Make
professor
sure our
of
professor's
myths and-
alive.
Okay. Check on Professor G.
Follow up with the police and see if they'll give us any information.
Why would they do that? We're just students.
Because I have a curious
know-
nature and it can't hurt to ask.
Because I rolled a 12, I'll manipulate someone. Okay, so there's a decent little checklist of things that we can do.
And then next week we decide
yeah.
to go check out mines on the other side of town.
Right. So yeah, that'll be where we call it.
That was really fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, this should be good. This should be fun. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out. We have in our description of the video, you can find a link to our Discord server. We have a community Discord server where you can join the people who joined us from our last campaign. They were Lancer players primarily, but we have an open forum for LFG for finding games, memes, discussions of this place to discuss the show, and just general chit chat. If you have space in your life for another Discord server. Katie, where can people find you?
You can find me most places under the name Gifted Faker. I stream on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, playing all sorts of video games. I also cosplay, where Alex takes a lot of my photos and does a wonderful job.
Yeah.
That's on Instagram. But most places, just look up Gifted Faker, you'll find me. Or
I'll
Robert Downey
I'll
Jr.
throw a link for you in the description too.
Beautiful.
And so these episodes are every 2 weeks, Fridays, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. But whenever you find the time to watch them is fine. So we'll be back with our next one in 2 weeks from the upload date. I don't
Somebody
have it in front of
3
me.
years from now is going to be like, oh shit, it's 10 a.m.
Yeah, or if you're watching from the distant future, they're all out. Have fun with your binge.
How did it end? You let us know.
Yeah, let me know
Yeah.
in the comments. No, don't let me know in the comments how it ended,
No,
because
no,
then you're
no.
going to spoil it for new people.
No, but in the comments, tell us your favorite cryptid.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's a good
Yes,
call
if you'd like to
action.
support
Tell
the
us your
channel and you
favorite
can't
cryptid.
think of anything, you just want to leave a comment, leave the name of your favorite cryptid.
Please do. I want to read them.
Before we all go, can we end by saying all of our favorite cryptids?
That's such a difficult question, isn't
That's
it?
so hard.
In making this show, like, it's the Jersey Devil now, because it's now the one that I've read the most about.
Fair.
Yeah. I like Champ and the Chupacabra.
Oh, Champ's a good one.
Chupacabra's fun to say.
I think Jeff the Talking Mongoose is pretty up there.
I freaking love Jeff.
I love the Yeti and Bigfoot, but also Nessie.
I was going to say Nestlock Monster, yeah.
Nestlock Monster.
Nestlock.
Nestlock Monster.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Loch Ness Monster, and the Yeti is also very cool. I'm sure there's a lot of other niche ones that I've read up on and don't remember. Oh no, Mothman! Mothman!
Oh!
That's fair.
So
That's
Wendigo.
everyone's
Believe,
favorite.
Believe if you can.
Anyway, everybody, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for
Goodbye.
watching.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.